Hello everybody, my name is Shay. This is Rustic Goddess Resale, and I pick up undervalued items that you can find at thrift stores and garage sales and sell them on places like eBay and now Whatnot for a profit. So I just came off of my first Whatnot show yesterday. I just did all the shipping. I shipped out 18 packages for my first show. I'm just going to kind of share a little bit about my experience on Whatnot as somebody that only has 200 followers on Whatnot and only about 700 something followers on Instagram. And as of right now on YouTube, I have 630 subscribers. So I don't have a huge following. I love my subscribers and I'm thankful for the ones that I have. But there are people that are thriving on Whatnot. And they're getting, eBay prices on Whatnot, but they have, thousands, tens of thousands of followers on all of their platforms, which they have worked for. I just want to say that it's not an unfair thing because they have been active on Instagram and YouTube and things like that way longer than I have. So I'm not knocking any of the larger sellers. They have worked their butts off. There are a few people that are freaking killing it. Nicole State is one of them. She is killing it. I go to her shows, love her. The Deal Queen, love her as well. They are just killing it on there and they deserve it. They have been active for, 5+ years in the reselling community. So, that's just the disclaimer there. I don't have a lot of followers, so my sales aren't going to be as great as everybody else's, but I'm willing to put in the work, do the shows, and gain a following on there. And I think with time, I definitely will. I'm really wanting to do like the live thrift with me's. I see Empty Hanger. That's another one that is killing it on there. Empty Hanger does a lot of live thrifts, and she finds really cool stuff. And I'm thinking of doing that as well, but let's just get to it. So my first show I found a bunch of Style Encore finds for 90% off. So I basically paid around $2 for each item. So one thing that you really need to think about is that you really want a low cost of goods unless you have a big following already and those items are going to get bid up. But I knew that my items probably weren't going to sell for much higher than my starting price, being it my first show and being that I don't have that many followers. I started everything at $5, so I would make a little bit of profit after fees and get some stuff out of here. I do see the potential in the platform. So if you don't know what Whatnot is, I probably should have started with that. It is an app that is basically live selling on steroids. So if you're familiar with Facebook Lives, a lot of boutiques, a lot of secondhand stores, things like that, sell their items on Facebook Live. But they have like set prices. So you just claim the item at the price that they're asking. On Whatnot, you start items at, some people start them at $1, some people start them at $2, $3. I started everything at $5. And then people bid your item up from there. So it's super fun, very addictive for buyers and sellers because I had a lot of fun yesterday. It's a brand new app. The clothing space just kind of opened up 3 months ago. I had my Style Encore finds probably $2 a piece and started everything at $5. I had 115 items, which is a very large show for your first show. I probably wouldn't recommend that. But I am familiar with selling live as I did have my storefront and I sold live every single week. So I'm familiar with selling live, wasn't familiar with this platform. The running auctions part really wasn't that hard to figure out once I got the first one done. Tried to use my iPad as the controller and, my phone as the video camera. I eventually just had to run everything off of my phone. So that was kind of a little bit of a hiccup, but everything else worked out fine. I ended up selling 35 items out of my 115, which at first I was kind of disappointed about, but then I kind of had to realize, like, Shay, this is your first show. It's not going to be an instant sellout. I just thought, I had such great items in the show. I thought name brands, great variety. One thing that I think I did fail at was I had so many different sizes that people were just kind of like, it wasn't niched down. So a lot of the more successful shows, they're either niched down by size, by style, something like that. I just had all kinds of different brands in there, and people were just requesting numbers, which is fine. But I think in the future, I really do need to niche down. Tomorrow, actually, I have a plus size only show at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you would like to tune in, I will leave my link in the bio of this video for my whatnot, so you can bookmark that. But I think it's going to be a lot more successful because people want plus size. People know that that show is specifically plus size. So that's another thing. Shows that are niched down do a lot better. So that's just something I wanted to note for next time. But I sold 35 items for a total of $162 is what I am getting paid. So most things did sell for the starting price of $5. I did have like 1 or 2 items go up to $6, and I did have 1 item go to $11. Overall, I did profit. 35 items, so like cost of goods is probably $70. I mean, I profited, you know, a little under $100. Not bad for my first show. I did have to shop for these items. I do that anyway. I don't really count the shopping in for my time into things because I shop anyway. I don't know why I keep looking at my racks over there because I just got finished up shipping. But, so I have $70 in. I have the time shopping, which I don't count. I spent 3 hours loading in all of the items for the show, and then I spent 2 hours selling live. So for 5 hours, I made a little under $100. I think it's a pretty good use of my time. I got rid of 35 items that I did not need in my house, and also made a little bit of money. That is kind of my first experience on Whatnot selling. I love buying on Whatnot, but my first experience selling. 1, I kind of expected it. 2, it was a little underwhelming, and 3, I am definitely going to keep at it and build that following because it's only up from here. One thing that I do recommend is I see sellers do this all the time. People want to start things at $1 to get people into their show, but what they're doing is really shooting themselves in the foot because a lot of times things only sell for $1 or your starting price when you're just starting out, or you don't have a lot of people in your show, or you're not starting at a great time for people to be in your show. So a lot of things are selling for $1 in these shows. And it really makes me feel bad for the people that are only selling things for $1 because you're making like less than $1 after selling fees. So, you know, there are volume sellers, but those people are not, in my opinion, they're probably not making money. They're just trying to get people in their shows. I started everything at $5 because I knew that starting it at $5 would, you know, give me a profit even if it just sold at $5. So that is another thing that I wanted to highlight. Don't sell things for under cost. If they want it, they want it. If they don't, you're going to list it on eBay. So the people that are only Whatnot right now are the people that have a large following. So if you want to start it and you want to build it up, I suggest putting your price a couple dollars over cost, and if it sells for that, then it sells for that, and if it doesn't, then just list it some other place. There are so many places that you can sell other than Whatnot that it's not the end all be all. So that is what I have for you guys for my first show kind of results without a following. Overall, yes, happy with it. It was totally fine. I'm going to build it up. I'm going to do more shows, and we are going to get the ball rolling. Thank you guys for watching. If you like me, if you like videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya!